Now, how can you find out very quickly and easily about your partner, about her sexual needs, what she likes in sex, how to give her specifically amazing sex that she is into? Now, I'm going to give you an obvious answer. You talk and you ask. You might be tired of this answer, you've heard this before, but it's because nobody is telling you how to do this, and it's intimidating for you, and you don't know how to go about this exactly. So I'm going to give you specific and effective communication strategies to find out quickly and easily about all sorts of sexual needs from her. So what you've got to understand is that women are infinitely different. There is so much more variation in women than there is in men. Female sexuality is this big tree with all sorts of branches. You simply will not know from anybody except from her what she likes in sex and what exactly she needs in sex. Nobody online is going to give it to you. And it doesn't matter how much experience you get in sex, how good you become as a lover, you never get to the point where you can just know what she wants in sex. Only by talking to her you will find out. Never. I have so much experience with women and I still have to ask, like everybody else, what a woman likes in sex. This is because it is impossible to know from any third party. Nobody is going to teach you what this partner likes in sex. To give you a simple example, imagine finding out about her tastes in food, what she likes to eat. Who is going to tell you what she likes to eat? How can you find out from somebody else, somebody online, some kind of expert, what she likes to eat? There is simply absolutely no way. You're never going to find out unless you ask her. It is the same with sex. Your job as a lover is not to know what she likes. Your job as a lover is to be able to provide the option that she likes. Understand this. You can do hard sex, you can do sensual sex. She tells you which one she likes and you provide it. You're not supposed to choose for her or to know which one she likes, but you are supposed to have the skills to do hard sex or to do sensual sex. So you've got to talk to her about what she likes. Now, a lot of guys feel intimidated by this. They think it makes them come across kind of, losing face a little bit, like they don't know what they're doing, like they're not skilled enough. It doesn't. Women really don't think that this is uncool when you ask what she likes in sex. She really doesn't think that you're inexperienced or you don't know what you're doing. You will not lose face. Women really appreciate you making that effort. Women know that they're all different. And women want to be asked. They're just nervous. They're nervous to tell you because there is, this kind of picture of guys being really reactive and taking it badly, and women are afraid of offending you. They would like to tell you things about how their body works, but they don't dare a lot of the time. So when you ask, they're just so happy to answer and to tell you. I'll tell you what does make you look bad and makes you lose face is to be the guy who doesn't ask. The guy who thinks he already knows because he's an amazing lover, or the guy who thinks he knows because somebody on YouTube told him. That's the kind of guy that puts a woman off, not the kind of guy who asks. Women love the guy who asks her about what she likes in sex, and women are really annoyed by the guy who thinks that it's not cool to ask. So how do we find out what she likes in sex? There are two kinds of talking that you do. There is the talking outside of sex, which is more like a conversation. You are just finding out, you are sharing opinions, sharing experiences. It is a conversation that is not happening during sex. So it can be like a normal conversation. And then there is talking during sex, which can't be like a normal conversation because you are having sex, you don't want to be distracted or ruin the moment. So there's a very quick kind of check or very quick guidance. So that's quite a different kind of talking. I'm going to tell you now about both of these kinds. So first of all, talking about sex, which actually happens not in sex itself, but outside of sex. I don't want you to think about it as some kind of examination for you or some kind of a really kind of edgy situation when you're going to get feedback or, you're going to get an assessment. Don't see it like this. See it as curiosity, as finding out, as the same thing as asking her what kind of movies she likes, what kind of food she likes, where does she like to travel, does she like to travel? Think about it like this. So the best time to do this is actually immediately after sex. When you're relaxing, there's this kind of really mellow vibe. It's very intimate and it's a nice time to ask her some things, to find out about her. So it's a bit like, you've just been to a movie together and now you're talking about the movie. Just be really cool about this. So there are two kinds of things you can ask here. More general things about what she likes in sex and more specific things which you've just done in sex just before this. So with more general things, just to give you a few examples. What kind of sex do you like, slow or more vigorous? Depending on her response, you already know what you need to do next time in arousal, whether you should be extra slow or more passionate, and in the intercourse. What turns you on in sex? A very general question. She can say anything to this, and all of it is going to be really useful information. It could be anything from where she likes to be touched to, some particular things that excite her. Do you like oral? A very simple question, but you'll find out a lot from it. She might say, I love it. She might say, I don't feel much in it. She might say, I'm not particularly comfortable with it. That's important information for next time you're going to have sex with her. Do you have favorite positions? Depending on her answer, you know what to do next time, which positions to avoid to not make her uncomfortable, and which positions you can confidently choose for her without even asking, because she's going to love them. Are orgasms important to you? This is a very important question. It's a philosophical conversation, but you will find out invaluable information here. She will say, yes, I really love coming. Now you know that she wants you to make her come. She might say, I like them, but I can also really enjoy sex without them. That means it's not essential for her that you make her come, and she would rather you just focus on the whole quality of sex and not make a big thing out of making her come. She might say, it's quite difficult for me to come with a partner. Now, this is a crucial piece of information, because what it's telling you here is that if you really try to make her come in sex, you're going to put her under pressure. She's not likely to come. She's likely to be really self-conscious about it and feel really stressed by it. So it's not a good idea to focus on trying to make her come. She will be relieved if she doesn't have to perform that for you. How do you orgasm? If she says she loves coming in sex, ask her, how do you normally orgasm? That will tell you so much information. She will tell you that she comes mainly from oral or with fingers, or she needs to use a vibrator, or she comes normally from the G-spot or from the clitoris, or maybe she comes grinding on you. Then if you want to make her come, you know what to do next time. Ask lots of follow-up questions. So what kind of stimulation do you need for that? Do you like it softer or harder, or what kind of movement, or does it need to be faster or slower? Just keep asking. Now, what you got to keep in mind here is that women won't necessarily have answers for you. Women are not these great sages who just know everything about their own sexuality. Quite often, they still don't know a lot about their sexuality. They're finding out, they are exploring. Quite often, women haven't had good sex before to be able to give you those answers. So she might not have specific answers, and then you just do what you do, the techniques that I teach you in this course, and then you ask her more specific questions, which I'm going to cover in a minute. But with these general questions, you are probing to see if there is anything that's already very clear to her. If she doesn't have any answers, that's fine. She will just say, I don't know. But if she does have answers, that's a great opportunity for you to immediately get some information you can use, because if she comes up with something, it means that she already definitely knows that that works for her. So these are the general questions you can ask about what she likes in sex, but then you can also ask more specific questions. Specific questions are usually best formulated about the sex you've just had. So you can ask things like, when we were doing this, did that feel good? When we were doing that, did that feel better when it was, faster or slower? Don't make it an interrogation. You're just holding her, you're relaxing together. It's just like nice, sensual, lover's talk. Hey, when we were doing that, did you enjoy that? So specific questions can be yes or no. Did you like this? Did you enjoy that? Do you like being touched there? Another good option is comparisons. Does it feel better when I do it this way or that way? Does it normally feel better, softer or harder? Do you normally like it in this place slower or faster? Do you like this? Do you like this? Do you like it when it is like that? So, yes or no questions or comparisons, they work great. You can find out buckets of information that way. Do you like your body touched softer or harder? Next time you'll know whether to touch your body really sensually or grab her because it's going to turn her on. Are there areas on your body that really turn you on? Practical information for next time. Do you like your nipples touched? She might tell you she feels nothing in the nipples, then, don't put her under pressure by spending a lot of time on the nipples. She might tell you they're really sensitive for her, then this is the area to focus on to turn her on. Then you ask, do you like them touched softer or harder? Practical information for next time. Same for breasts. Do you like your breast touched? Do you enjoy it? Do you like it softer or harder? That way you're not guessing, because, if a woman doesn't like to be grabbed in her breast, it's going to really piss her off. But if she does, it's going to really turn her on. How do you like your clitoris touched? Softer or harder? Do some particular movements work better for you? Then you can use that with fingers or with oral. Do you like being touched with fingers inside? Because, some women don't like that. Is it better with one finger or two? Some women love it with two fingers, other women find it really uncomfortable. When you're finding out about penetration, don't call it penetration. Women can be a little bit uncomfortable with it sometimes. Just call it inside. Ask, where do you have more sensation inside when we have sex? Do you like it deep? This is important information. She can be really uncomfortable when you go deep, or she can really love it. So that's, something you can really use next time in sex. It also means you avoid certain positions if she's uncomfortable, or you prefer certain positions if she loves it. Do you like the movement inside faster or slower? Important information. You know exactly what to do next time then to make her feel good. Does it feel better in some positions? So, just be curious about her experience and don't worry about it. Now, obviously, you don't need to give her a whole questionnaire. It might feel a bit too intimidating for her and for you as well. So if this is somebody you're going to be seeing for a while, or if it's your actual partner, you don't need to find out everything in one go. You just find out a couple of things. Hey, when we did that, how did that feel for you? Was it better like this or like that? Just a few questions, and then a few more questions next time. And then it's also really useful to communicate during sex. Now, you have to be really minimal because it can't be a conversation, obviously. But women really like you checking in and just asking very quickly whether she'd like something different. So these are the questions you might ask when you're touching the clitoris, or when you're moving inside her in the intercourse, or when you're touching her body, or when you are doing something with her nipples. The questions are pretty much the same for all the areas of her body. Just a few basic questions. Now, the rule here is don't make her think. It's got to be a really, really simple answer that she can just tell you immediately in the moment. Don't get her in her head. So it has to be a really, really simple question. The worst thing to do is to ask open-ended questions like, tell me what you like. Shut down. Yes or no question, or two options. For example, you're touching her nipples. Do you want it harder, or this is good? That's it. A very simple option for her to answer. You're touching her inside with a finger. You say, do you want it stronger or softer? That's it. Two simple options. Do you want me to go slower or faster? Do you want me to go faster, or this is good? And generally, do you want me to do this? Do you want me to go down on you? Do you want me to go inside you? Do you want me to touch you inside with fingers? On one hand, it's consent. You should be asking these things in case she doesn't want it. But it's more than just consent. You're also finding out whether she actually likes this in sex. So there you go. And look how simple it is. And imagine how much information you're going to know after asking all these questions. You're going to know everything almost. And that all has an immediate practical application. I'm going to teach you the techniques, how to perform this. But with these questions, you know so much about what to do for her in sex.